Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T49. It's a Tier 9 American light tank. It's located on the southeast corner of Fjords, and it's under the command of Jamie2006 of the S3AL clan, and he's got the derp gun. Yes, the big gun, which is a 152mm caliber weapon. Correspondingly, it's a very big hit if you penetrate the enemy. 910 alpha with the heat rounds, as you can see here. 85mm per pen. With the other round, it's 152mm pen, only 700, and that's with heat. So let's see what he gets to do in this game. Now, it's basically a development of the M41, a variant of the M41, and the enemy has been spotted in some Barask. Hello. Well, that's the pen, and in fact the Barask took a huge hit. Oh, what has he done? Well, it seems our EPR decided he didn't want to stay there. He got shot at, and now he's actually creating a roadblock, which is making it very difficult for us to get up the slope. Now, we're also in a very bad position if there's Arty in the right spot, but there's no Arty in this game. Otherwise, the Arty would be able to shoot straight down this road from the right position if they go to the Charlie. But we did get a hit, not only from the Barask twice. Yes, that was expensive. We also got hit by the G-Saw. And now the G-Saw's had a full penetrating shot into his engine bay. And that was a high roll for 975. Remember, 910 alpha. And it looks like he's very disappointed because he fired back and just hit the rock. I think that was more out of anger than anything else, or maybe he was aiming for this bush, thinking that we were behind it. Now, trials started on this tank 5th of May 1954. It never saw mass production because there was a lack of interest from the military. It's basically a KV-2 with a light tank, so it's got the ability of the KV-2, but with light tank possibilities. Oh, Scorpion! Oh! Well, he got a pen for 631, and that may have been because he had the heat round, not the HE. Would have been better if he'd had the HE, because I'm pretty sure he would have penned the Scorpion and got a nice high roll out of that one as well. Sometimes you pick the penetration ammo because you think you need it, and then it turns out you actually want the other original HE. Now, you can see the reload there. It's 22.05 by the book, and he's got 20.32. So he's not 2 seconds off the reload time. Our platoon mate in this one's the DZT-159. Okay, SU-130PM. Now he's searching around, looking for a target. SU-130PM will be a lovely target. Very thin armor, makes it very penetrable. That XM57 is not a good target, mainly down to the fact, of course, he's got very thick armor. But what have we got over here? Well, he's loaded now, and there's the Scorpion, the same Scorpion as before, but we haven't got the reticule fully dialed in. So if we did fire, we'd probably waste that shot. But we're almost complete, and the Scorpion's popped up again. That was speculative. He thought he'd catch him on the rise coming up to his firing position. It didn't work out. So he's really making it very, very difficult for the enemy to occupy those positions. I'm afraid our platoon mate is very short on hit points now, so he's having to pull back. Otherwise, he would be a casualty. I'm pretty sure that EBR-75 took so much damage so quickly from so many people, he decided to get the hell out of Dodge and dived off the side of the cliff, unfortunately not realising that would be the end of his game. Well, we're managing to get out of that position as well, because there's no viable targets at the moment other than that Scorpion. We can't see him. Oh, bit of a collision there. That's down to our platoon mate coming in at the same angle. Now, there are enemy tanks. Let's see, we've got a shot. No, but there's a CC1 Mark II. Very low. DZT's gone low. You just got a hit. Now we can go in and dirt this guy, and that's the way you do it. Coming up behind the guy, shoot him as he has. And that's the end of his game. Nice kill. That's how deadly the T49 can be. It's a, as I said, it's a KV2 with a light tank capability. Whoa! That was nasty. That was a hurry one. And if we go here, very good chance he's going to try and pop out to take us out. We haven't got a huge cupola. We've got it on the right side of the vehicle, and that tank, that wreck, is actually helping us to a certain extent. But the hurry's trying to get closer, and now he's got the T54 as support. We fire. Oh, he got a fire! We fired our gun and got a fire in the T54. Wow. He did take a hit from the T54. He's now one shot. And he's loaded again. And it was heat round. So he's expecting the Ho-Rig. Can he get a shot at the Ho-Rig? Well, he might be able to get it on the flat part of that frontal armour. But it's more likely going to ricochet off. That will probably hit the tracks to where he's aimed right now. Our platoon mate's acting as the willing victim. And the Ho-Rig knows we're here. Now, will he poke out to try and get a hit on us? Lower plate. Unfortunately, he got the shot in a split second. So it looks as if we did get a hit, but he fired the next split second and we got a hit on him. T54 is now coming in. There's only 2 left on the enemy team. Now, our platoon mate's in a bit of a pickle here. He'd like his teammates to try and do something about this monster. And, oh, unfortunately, we did go down. In fact, the Ho-Rig wasn't killed by our shot. He's still there, but he won't be there for very much longer. Oh, he took a round in the track, but we're capping at the moment, so it's all going to be over momentarily. And that's it. Oh! Well, it looks like our Scorpion disagreed, and we got a shot in there at the last moment, which wiped out the T54. Here's the end of battle results to the first game, and that was a second-class tanker for Jamie2006 of S3AL in the T49. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. And his win rate from the game was 8,033, which is super Unicum standard and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest damage was 4,745 hit points, beating the next highest scorer, which was the Scorpion, who picked up some late hit points. He got 3,825, and he picked up the Tank Sniper medal. The third highest was the CC1 Mark II, and he got 3,709, but of course he got taken out by us with a nice shot to his rear, which he couldn't do much about. And yes, so he's in third place. When it came to our platoon mate in this one, there he is, and he's in the DCT-159. He got 1,283 hit points out of that game. When it came to kills, we can see the top scorer was in fact sharing it with the Scorpion and the Ho-Rig 1 on the enemy team. The Ho-Rig 1, he picked up a Spartan medal in that one. 2 kills went to the Scharffuture for the Guard and the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. And I'm afraid that Jamie only got 1 kill, and in fact his platoon mate didn't get any kills at all. But when it came to base XP, we can see he's actually in second place. The Scorpion getting 1,240, the only player to get over 1,000 base. Second place going to Jamie with 947, and third place going to the XM57 on our team, who managed 825 and was alive at the end of the game. And again, you go to our platoon mate, and he got 739 out of that game as well. he fired only 7 shots. It is a long reload. And of course, he was looking for the right targets to fire. And of course, it does take a long time to dial in to get the accuracy you need, especially when you're shooting at distance. 7 direct hits on the enemy and 6 penetrations shows that he was accurate. He was getting the shots in. It's just one of the shots didn't pen. But again, you couldn't get the pen. I think it was on the Ho-Re that he couldn't get the pen, so he did HE damage to that guy. 1 splash as well, 4,745 hit points of damage, all of it done at close range. He received 5 hits from the enemy, all 5 penetrated. It's very light armor. In fact, the strongest armor is on the front of the turret. It's only 38.1 millimeters. The rest is either 25.4. So even a tier 1 tank is going to penetrate a T49, I'm afraid. He also spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, and did 537 hit points of spotting assist in the game. On a premium count, he actually made 30,350 credits from the game, and he also took away 1,420 experience points out of it as well. Yeah, sad that he died at the end, but this is not the only game that he actually sent in. He sent us in another one, also featuring the T49, so let's enjoy that one. The second battle is a tier 10 game on Mines Encounter, and he's got his platoon mate with him again. Game on. Well, I presume he's going to go straight for the hill, try to get into the castle grounds before the enemy does. It might mean taking a hit in the sides, but he does have enough hit points to do that. 1,400 hit points of health. Ooh, sailed straight past them. Oh! Well, he tried to take out that G-Saw. His platoon mate did take some damage, unfortunately. Quite a lot of damage, actually. And here comes the G-Saw. We're not fully loaded yet, but we will be. Yep, and it's a high roll for 1,035. I think that G-Saw see better days. In fact, I think ram kill. No, he didn't get. Oh, he did get the ram kill. Okay. Now, the enemy didn't see whether or not we did actually reload. There is one still in here, a leopard. We're trying to get the angle on him. Our TVP's gone in and said I'm having him, and he gets a ram kill. So we can do a quick spin and turn around and then spot where the enemy is. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. G-Saw! Oh dear! His game was brief and he got shot in the rear. Went right into the engine bay, that one. That looks like a decent penetration. It was 887, but that's all he had left. Nice shot. Okay, we've got an object 75. Is that 705? Just the other side of the hill. Yep, it's a 705. There are a few other enemy tanks, but we don't want to get too close to the edge. You get shot at if you do. Okay, we got a shot on a Centurion. We just changed position. Pulled back behind the rock. The worry, of course, is if the enemy does have somebody down below us, they auto-detect us. Or proximity detect, rather, and that makes us very vulnerable. Oh, we got the coordination skill. Okay, so he's going for lower plate. Yes! And he did get a pen using the heat round. We've got a sudden lag there. I'm sorry about that. Lag spike. Almost reloaded. There is Arty in this game, but the enemy have lost theirs. They did have a GW Tiger. He didn't last very long. Okay, there's the Ho-Re. Centurion trying to relocate. He takes a hit and he's penned as well. Remember, these shells with the heat rounds, it's capable of 700 alpha. So that was a high roll on Centurion 7-1, shooting at his side. We are capping at the moment as well, although it is an encounter game, so it takes twice as long to cap. Lower plate, upper plate. Whoa, and he didn't get it, but he did get the HE damage. And unfortunately, we just lost the units 15-16. Now watch out, because there is an E50, or E40 I should say, just waiting to put a shell into somebody. Okay. Looks like that Centurion didn't survive. Probably tried to cut across, but just got shot at by too many people. There's the G-Saw. Oh, it's another G-Saw. Well, this is around the Christmas time. And he shot him in the rear. And he's got another high roll for 703. Our teammate is actually saying to the guys in the cap, don't cap. But the quick thing is, it is drawing the enemy out to try and go and get the reset. So the more we do that, now that's a very risky shot. Chances are we wouldn't hit it, not with the 152. If it was a Leopard, I would say, yeah, shoot, because you'll go right through just a narrow gap like that. But I think he was looking at that and saying, chances are, no, I'm not going to get that. Okay, we've got the side of a Ho-Ri there. And yes, we could definitely pen that. But unfortunately, now we've lost sight of him. That Jaeger is very, very visible. But the Ho-Ri only becomes visible when he shoots. Thank you!
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Lovely shot. Yeah, that was worth it. And now he's coming down because there's only one enemy left. It's the Jaeger. So he's loading his heat rounds. And everybody's diving in saying, mine, 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 mine. In fact, I let the recording take over. Here's the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker game from Jamie2006 of S3AL in the T49. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He also got a tank sniper for getting the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more. And on top of that, he did get the scout medal for spotting at least 9 enemy vehicles. In fact, he spotted 11 in that game by rushing to the castle as fast as you could. You could actually spot a lot of the enemy in their first moments of movement. So his win rate in that one was 13,048, which is double what he got the previous time. If you remember, the previous game, it was 8,000 of 33. Now he's gone up to, well, not quite double, but you know what I mean. It's a lot more, 13,048. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score. And this time round, he got the highest damage, but he got 4,693. And because it was tier 10, he did not get 20% of the enemy hit pool. So he missed out on getting the high caliber. He got a tank sniper and scout instead. The second highest damage was our Heshbarn, who managed 4,190 hit points. And the other Heshbarn got the third place with 3,969. When it came to kills, top scorer was the TVP T5051, got 5 kills from the game. 4 kills went to the Heshbarn, and 2 kills went to Jamie and the IS-32 on our team, and we shared it with the Jaeger and the Porsche 155 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got tops on this one as well. So he definitely got the tops on damage and on base XP. 1,225 went to Jamie, 1,040 went to the TVP T5051, and they were the only two who managed to make it over 1,000, with the Heshbarn coming up behind with 962. His platoon mate in this one, who's in the DCT 159, Destroyer something, it's a hell of a name to pronounce. He got 2,058 hit points of damage, so he did get quite a lot of damage. Didn't get any kills, but he did get 787 XP out of the game as well. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 8 rounds, got 7 direct hits and 6 penetrations. 2 splashes as well. 4,693 hit points of damage, of which 2,068 were at more than 300 meters. 2 hits received, both penetrated, I'm afraid. Yes, and one of those was from the G-Saw, and I think it may have been twice actually from the G-Saw. Excuse me. He also spotted 11 vehicles, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, 705 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 51,110 credits for the game. And he also took away 1,837 experience points out of it. But it's a lot of fun, actually. It is a derp gun and a half, but you have to pick your targets because, of course, you have to remember, if you can't penetrate, like that Ho-Re lower plate must have been a bit of a problem, but if you can't penetrate, you're not going to get the hit points. But if you do get a broad side of a vehicle, then why not? Just hit it as hard as you can. And he did get 2 very nice kills out of that game as well. The Ho-Re, which he did hit the side, and, of course, the G-Saw, who wandered out thinking, oh, yeah, I'll be safe in this. No, he wasn't. So, of course, he took the punishment. Hope you enjoyed that game and, of course, the previous one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.